Happy holidays! I'm so happy you're here. I love the holidays. I like to start decorating the day after Halloween, November 1st. The way I look at it, if I'm going to go to the trouble to decorate, then I at least want to enjoy it for a while. The holidays can be wonderful, but it also can be a very hectic time preparing for them. Shopping for that special present, wrapping gifts, fighting the crowds, going to Christmas parties, gathering recipes and special foods, a countdown to Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. That's why I wanted to share this recipe with you. Today we are making my holiday breakfast casserole for Christmas morning. I have been making this recipe for years for my family to serve on Christmas morning alongside my Christmas coffee recipe. It's a perfect special dish that you can assemble the night before Christmas or anytime you are having a rushed week. All you do is assemble this dish the night before, refrigerate it overnight, and the next morning pop it in the oven and breakfast is served. It's such a delicious breakfast that your family will love. Grab your paper and pencil and let's get started. Now here are some of the ingredients that we're going to need. We need frozen hash browns, 26 to 30 ounces. They need to be thawed. We also need 2 cups of shredded Swiss cheese. Now my store didn't have any, so I did the blocks. I'm going to have to shred it. Onion, green pepper, red pepper, 6 eggs, some sausage. I just picked the mild, cream cheese, bacon. We just need about 10 slices, some Parmesan cheese. Now I already had this. It's shredded, but ground would be better, or freshly ground. Salt, some black pepper, and some milk. Now I'm going to leave the hash browns sitting on the counter while we prep some of the other ingredients. We also want to make sure that our cream cheese is softened at room temperature. I have 10 slices of bacon on. I put them on my griddle. It's easy to cook that many that way, and that frees up my stove.
Now while this is cooking, I'm going to work on my sausage.
Over here at the stove, I have 4 to 5 ounces of sausage that I'm going to brown and crumble up really well. Okay, my bacon is all crisp. I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to break my bacon up into small pieces, and I'm going to put it in a bowl and set it aside. I'm back over here with my sausage. I don't want to get it too crispy. I just want to brown it and crumble it up in tiny pieces.
Okay, my sausage is crumbled up really good, and it's ready to go into the bowl. I'm going to set that aside as well.
Now after this, I'm going to start on my veggies. Now time for onions. We need 1/2 cup chopped, 1/4 a cup chopped red pepper, and 1/4 a cup of green pepper.
Now in my pan, I have 2 tablespoons of the bacon grease that was left from our bacon. And I'm going to put my heat on medium-low. I'm going to add in my onions. And I'm adding in my red pepper. And I'm adding in my green pepper.
I've got these on medium heat.
Now I'm going to cook these until they're tender.
When these are done, the onions will be translucent. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. It smells amazing.
We're almost there. Okay, these are done. I'm going to pour them in my little bowl here.
Alright, I'm going to set my veggies aside. Now since I couldn't find shredded Swiss cheese, I'm going to have to shred this myself. So you need 2 cups of shredded Swiss cheese. My cheese is finished and I'm going to set that aside.
So I'm going to use some butter flavored spray. Now if you want to grease the bottom with something else, that's fine.
I'm using a 4-quart casserole dish. I'm spraying the sides and the bottom really well. Next, I'm taking my bag of hash browns. They should be thawed by now. I'm going to pour these on the bottom of my casserole dish. I'm taking a spoon and I'm spreading these out evenly.
Now I've got my shredded cheese. I'm going to evenly spread that over the top. Make sure that it's evenly spread. Now I'm going to top this with half of my bacon. I'm going to save the other half for the top. Make sure you spread it out evenly. Okay, I reserved half of the bacon, and now I'm going to use all of my sausage and sprinkle all over the top. Make sure to spread it evenly.
Next, I'm spreading the veggie mixture over the top, making sure that it's evenly covered.
Ooh, this smells so good. Now remember, we are going to put this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to bake it in the morning. So what makes this perfect for Christmas Eve. Put it together, have your things chopped, and in the fridge, and then all you have to do is pop it in there Christmas morning, and you've got breakfast. Instant. I'm going to set this aside and work on my eggs. Okay, my cream cheese is softened. Now, if you want to use a white cream cheese, you can. Now, I'm not going to use all of this, about 6 ounces. You could actually get 2 of the 3 ounces. I'm going to use about this much. But if you wanted to use a light cream cheese, trying to watch your fat, that'll be fine. Save this for my bagels.
We are going to use a 1/2 cup of Parmesan. Now, I already had this, the shredded, but fresh grated Parmesan would be great, or the Kraft shelf-stable grated Parmesan cheese would work just as well. I have my 6 ounces of cream cheese in a bowl, and I'm going to blend that up till it's nice and creamy with my mixer. I cracked my 6 eggs, and I have them in a bowl waiting. Now I'm going to take half of that mixture and pour it in at a time and blend it up as I go, making sure I get all the lumps out. I've got my spatula and I'm going to scrape down the sides. I want to make sure all the lumps are gone before I add the rest of the eggs. I want to make sure it's nice and smooth. I'm adding in the rest of my eggs. I'm slowly adding in 1/2 a cup of milk. My half a cup of Parmesan cheese is next. I'm pouring that in and blending it in. Be sure you're scraping down the sides and making sure that all those lumps are out. Next, I'm adding in my salt and my pepper. So that's a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. Now, if you want a little bit more salt, you can add up to 3/4 of a teaspoon. It's up to you. Now, I'm going to beat this for a few minutes more. I want to make sure that I get all of those ingredients incorporated well. I don't want to overbeat this. Now, I've got my casserole dish back over here, and I've got myself a ladle, and I'm going to ladle this mixture on top of the casserole as even as I can get it. So start at the edge and work your way to the other side. Now I'm going to continue this process until all of this mixture is on top of my casserole. Now I'm adding the other half of the bacon crumbles over the top evenly. Make sure you spread it out evenly. Now, this goes in the refrigerator for at least 8 to 9 hours. And before this goes in the fridge, I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. Okay, I've got this out of the refrigerator. I'm going to take a quick peek at it before I put it in the oven. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees. I've popped the foil back on, and I'm putting my casserole into the oven. Now I'm going to set my timer for 35 minutes. Now on my phone, I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes so I can remove the foil and let it continue baking the rest of the time without the foil on top. Now I'm going to pop this back in the oven for the remaining 20 minutes uncovered. It looks like it's done. This looks and smells amazing. It's time to serve this up. I'm going to cut just a little piece. This looks and smells delicious. Time for a taste test. Oh my God. So good. This is absolutely delicious. This recipe is so good. It is perfect with my Christmas coffee. Be sure to check out that video. Just look at those delicious pieces of bacon and sausage. You are going to love this dish, and so is your family. It's perfect for Christmas morning, or maybe you're having a busy week or having company, or any special occasion. This breakfast casserole is even better the next day after baking it. The flavor just increases. Be sure to make sure you serve it with Christmas coffee. It goes great with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, let me know. Be sure and check out some of the other videos on my channel, especially my holiday food series. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Thank you so much in advance. Thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you. Stay tuned for more delicious recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.